Now, moving on to the budget summary for 2023-24. Now, Amrit Kaal, which is a vision, and it presents four opportunities for Amrit Kaal. This was mentioned in the speech. Now, the vision for Amrit Kaal has economic agenda which focuses on facilitating opportunities for especially the youth to fulfill their aspirations. Now, it also wants to provide strong impetus to growth and job creation, and it wants to strengthen macroeconomic stability. Now, four opportunity areas for Amrit Kaal are economic empowerment of women, PM Vishkarma Kaushal Samman Yojana, that is PM Vikas. Then we have the tourism sector, and then we have green growth. Now, regarding economic empowerment of women, we have the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission, which wants to mobilize 81 lakh self-help groups. Now, focuses on transforming these into large producer enterprises or collectives with each having several thousand members and managed professionally. Now, focuses on supply of raw materials for better design, quality, branding, and marketing of their products. PM Vishwakarma Kaushal Samman Yojana, the objective is to improve the quality, scale, and reach of artisans and craftsmen's products. It wants to integrate them with the MSME value chain. Its components are financial support, advanced skill training, knowledge of modern digital techniques, and efficient green technologies, brand promotion, linkages with local and global market, digital payment, and social security. Now, tourism, we want to promote tourism on a mission mode with active participation of states, convergence of government programs, and public private partnerships. Now, for green growth, the aim is to reduce carbon intensity of the economy and providing for large scale green job opportunities. Focus is on green fuels, green energy, green farming, green mobility, green buildings, green equipments, and policy for efficient use of energy. Now, for food security, we have the PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, that is PMGKAY. The scheme is to supply free food grains to over 80 crore persons for the past 28 years, 28 months, starting COVID onwards. Now it has been extended to all Antyodaya and priority households for the next 1 year. Now, for implementation of the four opportunities of Amrit Kal, we have come up with the Saptrishi, which are seven priorities of the budget of 2023 and 24. It includes inclusive development, reaching the last mile, infrastructure and investment, unleashing the potential, green growth, youth power, and financial sector. Now, the moving on to the priority one, which is inclusive development, agriculture and cooperation. So we want to create digital public infrastructure for agriculture. It is to be built as open source, open standard, and interoperable public good. Its focus is on inclusive farmer centric solutions through information services for crop planning and health, improved access to farm inputs, credit, and other extension services. Now, Agriculture Accelerator Fund would be set up to encourage agri startups by young entrepreneurs in rural areas. The aim is to bring innovative and affordable solutions, use of modern technologies to transform agricultural practices and increase productivity and profitability. Now, enhancing productivity of cotton crops by adopting a cluster based value chain approach through PPP, to have a collaboration between farmer, state, and industry for input supplies, extension services, and market linkages. Atmanirbhar Horticulture Clean Plant Program is to boost availability of disease free, quality planting material for high value horticulture crops. Global Hub for Millets, now Shri Anna, wherein Indian Institute of Millet Research, Hyderabad, will be supported as Center of Excellence. Now, millets grown in India are jowar, bajra, ragi, kuttu, ramdana, sorry, kangani, kutki, koddo, chena, samma. Now, agriculture credit target, it will increase to 20 lakh crore with focus on animal husbandry, dairy, and fisheries. Now, for fisheries, we have the PM Matsya Sampada Yojana. It is not a budget program. It was launched earlier, but now the focus is on fishermen, fish vendors, micro and small enterprises, value chain efficiencies, and market expansion. Now, for cooperative sector, there is computerization of 63,000 PACS, that is Primary Agricultural Credit Societies, a national cooperative database for countrywide mapping of cooperative societies. Now, we also have provisions for decentralized storage capacity for farmers, multipurpose cooperative societies, and primary fishery societies and dairy cooperative societies in uncovered panchayats. Now, for health and education and skilling, we have new nursing colleges to be set up within the existing 157 medical colleges. Now, mission to eliminate sickle cell anemia by 2047. By awareness creation, universal screening of 7 crore people in the age group of 0 to 40 years in the affected tribal groups and center state collaboration. Now, medical research, select ICMR labs will be made available for research by public and private medical colleges, faculty, and private sector R&D teams. Dedicated multidisciplinary course for medical devices to be set up. Teachers training, now DIET, which is District Institute of Education and Training, will be developed as Vibrant Institute of Excellence. It will focus on innovative pedagogy, curriculum transaction, continuous professional development, dipstick survey, and ICT implementation. Now, National Digital Library for Children and Adolescents. We have the physical library for them at panchayats and ward levels and provide infrastructure for accessing the National Digital Library. Moving on to the second priority, which is reaching the last mile. Now, for this, we have the aspirational block programs. It will cover the 500 blocks for saturation of essential government services across multiple domains. Now, Pradhan Mantri PVTG Development Mission to provide particularly vulnerable tribal group families and habitations with basic facilities such as safe housing, clean drinking water, etc. Eklavya Model Residential School centers will recruit 38,800 teachers and support staff for the 740 Eklavya Model Residential Schools. Now, water for drought prone areas, central assistant to the Upper Bhadra project to provide sustainable micro irrigation and surface tanks for drinking water. Now, Bharat Shri, which is Bharat Share Repository of Inscription, it is to be set up in Digital Epigraphy Museum to digitize 1 lakh ancient inscriptions in the first stage. Support for poor prisoners with financial assistance to afford a penalty or bail amount. Now, moving on to priority 3, that is infrastructure and investment. Capital investment outlay increased to 10 lakh crores, that is 3.3% of the GDP. Effective capital expenditure, that is combined capital expenditure of center and states, is budgeted to be around 13.7 lakh crores, which will be 4.5% of the GDP. Now, establishment of Infrastructure Finance Secretariat to assist in private investment in infrastructure. Review of harmonized master list of infrastructure by an expert committee. Now, railways has been provided with an outlay of 2.4 lakh crore rupees. Logistics, we have 100 critical transport infrastructure projects to be implemented for last and first mile connectivity. For regional connectivity, we'll have 50 additional airports, heliports, water aerodomes, and advanced landing grounds will be revived. Now, Urban Infrastructure Development Fund will establish through the use of priority sector lending shortfalls. To be managed by the National Housing Bank, will be used by public agencies to create urban infrastructures in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Now, for urban sanitation, 100% mechanical desludging of septic tanks and sewers. Now, priority 4 will be the unleashing of potential. Mission Karma Yogi would be focused upon. Now, Center of Excellence for Artificial Intelligence, 3 centers of excellence to be set up in educational institutions, partnership with leading industry players to conducting interdisciplinary research, developing cutting-edge technology applications and scalable problem solutions. A national data governance policy, access to anonymized data for startups and academia, simplification of the KYC process by adoption of a risk based instead of one size fits all approach, one stop solution for identity and address updation by using DigiLocker services and Aadhaar as foundation and identity. Common business identifier. Now, PAN will be used as a common identifier for all digital systems of specified government agencies. Unified filing process for obviation the need for separate submission of same information to government agencies. Now, Vivad se Vishwas, it will be a relief for MSME. If MSME failed to execute a contract during COVID, 95% of the forfeit amount of bid performance security shall be returned. Now, Vivad se Vishwas too will be setting up contractual disputes. It will be settling the contractual disputes. Voluntary settlement scheme with standardized terms will be introduced to settle contractual disputes of government undertakings. Now, the state support mission of Niti Aayog will be continued for 3 more years. Result based financing. Now, finance of select schemes will be changed from input based to result based. E-courts, phase 3 of e-courts will be launched. Now, entity DigiLocker, it will be set up for use by MSME, large businesses, and charitable trust for storing and sharing documents online securely. 5G services, 100 labs for developing 5G applications will be set up in engineering institution. Focus area will be on smart classrooms, precision farming, intelligent transport system, healthcare applications, etc. Now, for lab grown diamonds, research and development grant will be provided to an IIT for 5 years to encourage indigenous production of LGD seeds and machines and to reduce import dependency. Now, priority 5 will be green growth. For that, we have green hydrogen mission. The target is to reach an annual production of 5 MMT by 2030. Energy transition is now an outlay of 35,000 crore for priority capital investment towards energy transition and net zero objectives. Energy storage project. Now, viability gap funding will be provided to support battery energy storage system with capacity of 4,000 megawatt hours. Renewable energy evacuation, interstate transmission system for evacuation and grid integration of 30 gigawatts renewable energy from Ladakh will be constructed. Now, green credit program to be notified under the Environment Protection Act of 1972 for encouraging behavioral change to incentivize environmentally sustainable and responsive actions by companies, individuals, and local bodies. Now, PM Pranam is PM Program for Restoration, Awareness, and Nourishment and Amelioration of Mother Earth to promote alternative fertilizers and balanced use of chemical fertilizer. Gobardhan scheme will be galvanizing organic bioagro resource done, 500 new waste to wealth plants, 200 compressed biogas plants, and 300 continuity or cluster based plants. Now, 5% compressed biogas mandate will be introduced for all organizations marketing natural and biogas. Now, Bharatiya Prakritik Kheti Bio Input Resource Center to facilitate 1 crore farmers to adopt natural farming over the next 3 years. Now, 10,000 bio input resource center will be set up. Focus will be on creating national level distributed micro fertilizer and pesticide manufacturing network. Mishti is mangrove initiative for shoreline habitat and tangible incomes. Aim is to provide for mangrove plantation along the coastline and on salt pan lands. Now, it is to be implemented through the convergence between Manrega, Campa funds, and other sources wherever possible. Amrit Dharohar will be to encourage the optimal use of wetlands and to enhance biodiversity, carbon stock, ecotourism, opportunities, and income generation for local communities. Now, coastal shipping to be promoted through PPPP mode and viability gap funding. Moving on to the priority 6 area, which is youth power, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.1 to focus on job training, industry partnership, and alignment of courses with the need of the industry. 30 Skill India International Centers will be set up across different states. New age courses for industries like coding, AI, robotics, mechatronics, IoT, 3D printing, drone, and soft skills. Skill India digital platform to focus on demand based formal skilling, linking with employers including MSME, facilitating access to entrepreneurship schemes, National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme to ensure stipend support to 47 lakh youth in 3 years. Now for tourisms, we have 50 destinations will be developed selected through challenge mode. Focus will be on physical connectivity, virtual connectivity, tourist guides, high standards for food, streets, and tourist security, sector specific skilling and entrepreneurship development to achieve objectives of Dekho Apna Desh under the Vibrant Village program. Tourism infrastructure and amenities will be also facilitated in border villages. Now, Unity Mall will be set up in the capital of states as tourist centers to promote one district, one product, GI products, and other handicraft products, etc. Now, for the financial sector, which will be the priority 7 area, credit guarantee for MSME, revamped credit guarantee scheme will take effect from 1st of April 2023. The cost of the credit will be reduced by about 1%. Now, National Financial Information Registry to serve as a central repository of financial and ancillary information to facilitate efficient flow of credit, promote financial inclusion, and foster financial stability. Financial sector regulation suggestions to be considered from public and regulated entities for process of regulation making. Gift IFSC measures to be taken delegating powers to IFSCA under SEC Act to avoid dual regulation. Single window IT system for registration and approval from IFSCA says authorities GSTN, RBI, SEBI, and IRDAI, permitting acquisition financing by IFSC banking units of foreign banks, establishing a subsidiary of Exim Bank for trade refinancing, amending IFSCA Act for statutory provisions for arbitration and ancillary services, recognizing offshore derivative instruments as valid contracts. Now, Data Embassy, a measure to provide digital continuity solutions to countries, capacity buildings on securities market. SEBI will be empowered to develop, regulate, maintain, enforce norms and standards for education and National Institute of Securities Market. SEBI to recognize award of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Now, Central Data Processing Center for fastest response to companies through centralized handling of various forms filled with on field officers under Companies Act. Reclaiming of shares and dividends, an integrated IT portal will be established to reclaim unclaimed shares and unpaid dividends from Investor Education Protection Fund Authority. Now, digital payments in 2022 increase of 76% in transaction and 91% in value. आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव महिला सम्मान बचत पत्र. It will be a one-time new small savings scheme and it will be made available for 2-year period up to March 2025. It will offer deposit facility up to 2 lakh rupees in the name of women or girls for a tenure of 2 years at a fixed interest rate of 7.5% with partial withdrawal option. Now, initiatives for senior citizen savings schemes, maximum deposit limit to be enhanced to 30 lakh rupees from 15 lakhs, which is presently. Now, monthly income account scheme, maximum deposit limit for will be enhanced from 4.5 lakh rupees to 9 lakh rupees for single account and from 9 lakh rupees to 15 lakh rupees for joint account. That'll be it.